I am Audrey Lane, one of the amazing founders and excited founders of E3 Foundation, along with Letitia Vaughn. A group of well-intended individuals responded to the Mother Emanuel tragedy and wanted to focus on education. We planned this amazing gathering in the spring of 2016 at 9 a.m. on a Wednesday morning, meeting with national leaders that we brought in, and close to 400 people we were expecting to discuss our children and all things education. As we were planning, Letitia and I looked around and recognized that something would be missing at 9 a.m. on a Wednesday morning talking about education, those most proximate to the problem. There were very few educators, very few parents, and we had 1 or 2 students on the program. So we created a space for educators and parents to come together just to listen with our guests. We asked 2 leading questions. What do you dream for your children? And what keeps you from believing that those dreams can become a reality? The answers were heartbreaking, but also familiar. That night was the impetus for E3. How do we connect Black and brown families to systems that have a history of not serving marginalized communities well? How do we ultimately create economic opportunities for Black and brown families in a city and a state where that is not the norm? That is the mission of E3. We work to ensure those most impacted by system inequities are educated, empowered, and elevated to exercise their collective agency in the South. We educate families in culturally responsive spaces. We work to build coalitions across Black and brown leaders, educators, organizations, and families. But we don't do this to Black and brown families. We are intentional that we are elevating them to act in their own power and purpose. E3 is a unique organization focused on the community ecosystem and systems change. We are the bridge between systems and communities, between organizations and systems, between the legacy of our past and a strong economic future here in Charleston. Our aspirational question was and continues to be, how can we create a community ecosystem that yields conditions for Black and brown families to thrive, which again, ultimately creates a thriving Charleston economy? Why is this ecosystem aspirational? I'm glad you asked, because it does not exist. We have gained more clarity about the policies and practices so that sustained change can occur and new opportunities while utilizing the existing brilliance of our community. The E3 team and our board are unapologetic in our intention to address systemic challenges that have excluded many of our region's underserved population in a place where we prosper. You're here today because we believe that you too are hopeful for a better tomorrow, and you understand it takes all of us and our resources to make it happen. If the ecosystem grows for me, it grows for all of Charleston. And again, we are still Charleston strong. So tonight, we are seeking a $50,000 investment to ensure that we have critical mission support and that we are able to deepen our services to families. But a $100,000 investment ensures that we can do that, and we can partner with our friends who are facilitating Freedom Schools, and we can move Freedom Schools from 110 students last summer to 250 in the summer of 2025. Your gift can make that a reality. I thank you, and good night.